Okay, let's just jump right in. What if I told you that you could add decades to your life, starting, well, right now? Seriously, we're about to break down 10 super simple habits that can actually do that. So yeah, let's get into it.
I know. It sounds a little unbelievable, right? But the science on this is actually pretty clear. It's all about the small, consistent choices we're making every single day. And these choices, they don't just add years to your life. They add life to your years. This isn't some magic pill or quick fix. It's just a smarter way to live.
And this is the number that should really make you pause. 24 years. Let that sink in. Studies are showing that if you adopt several of these healthy habits, you could add up to 24 years to your life. That's the ultimate why, isn't it? That's the reason we're even talking about this. It's what's truly at stake here.
All right, so where do we start? Well, our journey begins with the absolute foundation of health, fuel. This first section is all about the stuff our bodies need, the basic inputs, not just to get by, but to really truly thrive.
Okay, first up, movement. We all know it's good for us, right? It helps with chronic diseases, it boosts your mood, all that good stuff. But check out the math on this last point. For every 1 hour of brisk walking you do, you can add 2 hours to your life expectancy. I mean, come on, that's got to be one of the best deals you'll ever find for your health.
Next up, hydration. It's so simple, but absolutely critical. Did you know that even being just a little bit dehydrated can totally tank your energy and your focus? Water is just essential. It supports everything from how well your brain works to your heart health. The easiest way to win this one? Just start your day with a big glass of water as soon as you wake up. It kind of sets the tone for the whole day.
Okay, let's talk about mindful eating. There's a huge difference between actually fueling your body and just, filling it up. Here's a wild fact. It takes about 20 minutes for your stomach to tell your brain, hey, I'm full. So when you eat really fast, you're basically blowing right past that stop sign. But if you slow down, you give your body a chance to catch up. It helps your digestion, you enjoy your food more, and you end up making way better choices.
So putting good stuff in is only half the battle, right? Now, in our second section, we're going to talk about how to recharge the whole system. This is all about letting our bodies recover and hit the reset button from all the stress of modern life.
You got to think of sleep as your body's master reset button. And you know what the most important part is? Consistency. Seriously, sticking to a regular sleep schedule is key for your internal clock. And of course, creating that perfect environment, dark, cool, quiet, and definitely screen-free, is like sending a memo to your brain that says, okay, it's time to power down now. Another amazing way to recharge? Just get outside. Seriously, just 2 hours a week in nature has real, measurable benefits. Get this, the air in forests has these things called phytoncides, which actually boost your immune system's white blood cells. It also lowers stress hormones like cortisol and helps reset that internal clock we were just talking about, which, you guessed it, means better sleep.
All right, now for a habit that isn't about adding something, but taking something away. Experts are pretty clear on this. We should try to limit our recreational screen time, so anything outside of work, to less than 2 hours a day. And why is that? Well, it's pretty simple. Too much screen time is directly tied to more stress, worse sleep, and just not moving enough.
And yeah, this ties right back into what we said about getting good sleep. That blue light from all our devices, our phones, tablets, you name it, it basically tricks our brain into thinking it's still daytime. It stops the production of melatonin, which is the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. Honestly, just keeping screens out of the bedroom might be one of the biggest and best changes you can make for your rest.
Okay, so we've talked about fueling the body and recharging the system. Now for our final, super important pillar, the habits that build up our mental and emotional strength. It's time to nurture the mind.
Don't ever underestimate the power of a quiet mind. It's immense. Check this out. A study with over 1,200 people found that just 10 minutes of mindfulness a day led to some incredible results. We're talking a nearly 20% drop in depression and a big dip in anxiety. That's a tiny investment of your time for a huge return on your mental health.
50%. What do you think that number is? It's the increased likelihood of survival for people who have strong social connections. You heard that right. Your friendships, your family, your relationships are one of the biggest predictors of how long and how well you'll live. This isn't just a nice to have, it's a biological need. And look, if that last point didn't quite land, this one should. Social isolation poses health risks that are comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Wow, that really puts it in perspective, doesn't it? It just drives home the fact that our connections with other people aren't a luxury. They're as critical to our physical health as not smoking.
Think of it this way. Just like exercise is a workout for your body, reading is a workout for your brain. Every time you read, you're strengthening those neural pathways, building a stronger, more resilient mind. And the long-term payoff is huge. Better memory and a much lower risk of cognitive decline as you get older.
And finally, let's talk about stress. Chronic stress it's like a silent drain on your health. But the good news is that simple things, like deep breathing, or even the habits we've already talked about, like getting outside or moving your body, can actively fight back. They can lower your blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and basically strengthen your body from the inside out.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground here, right? From movement all the way to mindfulness. So let's zoom out. What's the big picture here? How does this all fit together?
So here's the most important thing to remember. The power is in the synergy. None of these habits exist in a vacuum. Their real magic happens when they work together. Just think about it for a second. When you get good sleep, you have more energy to exercise. When you exercise, you feel less stressed. When you're less stressed, you make better food choices. You see, each habit makes the next one easier, and it creates this amazing upward spiral for your health.
And listen, the goal here is not perfection. It's just progress. That incredible 24-year journey we talked about at the beginning, it doesn't start by trying to do all 10 of these things perfectly tomorrow. No way. It starts with just one single step. So, my question for you is, what's the one thing you're going to start with?